Yeah, first just want to say how much I appreciate the fans. Atmosphere all day from SEC Nation to kickoff to fourth quarter. I think our fans really showed out. This was the Missouri that I've always believed in and dreamed in. But I'm going to challenge them. This is the expectation moving forward. It's not just about beating Kansas. It's about being like this all the time in the SEC play. And so I'm going to encourage our fans to continue to do this. All right, it shouldn't be about a team that we just play once. It should be the expectation of our program moving forward that energy and passion shows up all the time. And incredibly proud of our team. What an undertaking. To go up 6, we let our emotions get the better of us a couple of times, to be down, find a way to battle back in, tie the game up, take the lead, get down in the fourth quarter, and go on 14 unanswered to put the game away. I'm extremely proud of those guys. I thought the leadership on the sideline was really good, didn't flinch. Bo and Jalen Catalon both talked about this yesterday after practice to our team about we're going to face some things we haven't faced before. We're going to really have to respond. Obviously, Bo did that after the fumble, and I thought our defense kind of settled in right there too. And then I'm just going to say it was a really poor take that you had on picking Kansas to win. So with that, I'll open it up for questions.
We'll start down front right here, Coach.
On it.
Hey, Coach. You guys are down 31-28 with 8:45 left. You had to score a drive. Bo led you guys down. What did you see out of him in the offense on what was the key drive of the game?
Yeah, just a lot of confidence in his receivers. I thought he did a nice job of finding open targets. Obviously, Kevin Coleman made some big-time catches and continually does that. But, no panic. I think Bo is a really cool, calm, collected. There's going to be a lot of things on tape we got to clean up. I thought we were a little bit finicky in the first half from from the quarterback position in the pocket. I thought we were moving when we didn't need to. And we missed some reads. So, there's going to be a lot to clean up. There's a lot to improve on. But in the biggest moments, in the toughest times on fourth down, he was nails.
Go over here on your left, Coach.
Eli, you talked about it a little bit at the start there, but when you go down 21-6, you have the fumble, you have the 2 straight 3-and-outs. Could you just talk a little bit more about kind of the emotional reaction and then getting back from that, and specifically with Bo, really?
Yeah, I think the offensive staff did an excellent job of just focusing on teaching and not being emotional, and focusing on, hey, we need to correct this. This is what we saw. This is exactly what we need to do. The way the first drive unfolded, I think our guys had a lot of confidence that we could. We just needed to settle in. They do a lot of different stuff on defense. They had a lot of different personnel. They were playing multiple fronts, multiple safety coverage. So we kind of knew going into it that there was going to be some us figuring out what they were doing and ways to attack. And I thought Kirby called an excellent game.
Coach, a game in which the O-line truly grinds it out from start to finish. To see that new group really embrace the mentality, the toughness there, to have such effectiveness, what sort of a statement did that make?
Yeah, we're not into statements. It's the second game of the week. It's the second game of the season. I think the biggest thing was it showed improvement from the first week, which we knew we needed to do. And there's still a lot of things that we got to improve on. We weren't fitting up to the backer the way we needed to. But again, Ahmad Hardy was a racer. I don't know if we blocked it all that well, but most of the time he maybe got missed, so that was pretty good. But again, it's the second week of the season. There's a whole lot of stuff that we're going to have to get corrected. I'm going to worry about it tomorrow, but there's a whole lot of stuff that's got to get corrected.
We'll go right here.
Hey, Eli, all on the take. That was bad, and I felt the wrath of it, but congrats on the win.
It was a pretty bad take.
So when you guys were down in the first half, Donovan Olugbade.
You felt good about the take.
I felt good about the take before the game, correct. Donovan Olugbade had a great catch on a fourth down. How big was that as a momentum swing in the game?
Yeah, it was a huge momentum swing. Fourth down, we were in the red area, we needed it, and he made a one-handed catch. I think that was probably the coolest thing. Was it wasn't our players folding in the moment that was causing us to have issues. It was our players making big plays in the moment that was awesome and elevated us. And whether it was Donovan, Jamal had 2 massive runs, one before half, the one at the end of the game, and obviously Kevin had the heck of a catch and run. And 2 St. Mary's boys right there. So they played the St. Mary's and St. Louis guys won a state championship together.
Front left, Coach.
Eli, along those lines, kind of a 2-part question here. The fourth down plays, first of all, can you talk about the execution of your team, 4 or 5 on fourth down, and You kind of set the tone early going for it on 4th and goal from the 4. Was that a mindset coming in that you wanted to maybe go for it in any situation you could? Or?
I just used the book. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, what book is that?
I'm just kidding. That was a media question.
That was a media
This
question.
week. No, honestly, it was just, there was a couple of 4th down situations that we knew we had to be prepared for because of the field goal situation. I didn't want to put Robbie out there and test his confidence early. I wanted to get him going. So we knew, ball between, when the first down stick was going to be 25 or higher, we were going to need to be going for it. And then you just get into the game. The 4th and goal from the 4, there was no reason to go 21-9. So, and I felt like our defense would be able to hold when we get the ball back. We didn't get it. So, and then as far as the execution, we have rhythm, attack, execute as our offensive philosophy, and we define execution as playing well under pressure. And that's what you have to do in order to win football games, and that's what we did tonight.
Over here, middle right.
Coach, Kevin Coleman Jr. had several big catches on 3rd and 4th down situations. Can you talk about what makes him so trustworthy in those situations and just his overall performance today?
Well, big time players make big time plays in big time games, and that's what we needed out of him. They played a lot of soft zone, and so that, Kevin does a really good job of finding holes in the zone. And Bo has a lot of trust in him. But, that was a guy that Bo and Kevin spent a lot of time in the summer and off season throwing RBA together. So that connection shows up. Kevin's made big time plays at every school he's ever been at. So there was zero doubt when we got him that that's what we were going to need to do. Him and Luke both, man, 4th downs, they're killer.
Up front here with Eli.
Coach Bo, on 3rd and 4th downs, just called them nails earlier there. What do you think was working on some of those clutch downs for him and the play calling?
Yeah, good play calls, but understanding what we're trying to do and then executing it. Had great, for the most part, we had really good protection. So, just execution.
Right up here, Calvin.
Just another one of those. I think that's the first game that he's played start to finish in his college career.
Yeah.
In tougher environments than this one. What is it about him that makes him need the moment in a day like this?
You ever been to Auburn? There's gonna be some tougher environments in this one because he's gonna have to go on the road. All the fans were cheering for him today. So, look, again, we're not ready to crown anybody. Really proud of him. He took a step in the right direction. But when we watch the tape, there's gonna be a lot of things we got to get taken off the tape, like being jittery in the pocket early. Obviously, ball security is gonna be an issue when we're running. So, again, he had a good day, but it's week 2, guys. Week 2.
2 more, we'll go back to Taylor.
Hey, Coach, what were the conversations at the end of the 1st quarter to go and flip the script in the 2nd, and then also in that back and forth 2nd half where really it wasn't decided until the final 4 minutes?
The conversations at the end of the 1st quarter was, it's a fight, now it's time to fight. All right, they came to fight, now it's time to fight. And, we've been talking about that. The other team has a say in the fight too. And Coach Leipold has a really good football team. Their quarterback's very good, very headsy. They knew what they were doing. They got us on our heels early. And they did a nice job capitalizing. I thought our defense, we talked about start fast, which we did, go score. We talked about going for a run. We talk about going for a run on as a football team. It means offense score, defense get a stop, offense score. And we were able to do that at 2 different points in the game, which ultimately separated us or brought us back and then separated us. And so, and then finished with a fury of effort. And we did that too. I thought the effort at the end, and obviously that was one heck of an interception by Dalen Carnell.
2 more far left and then in the middle and the back.
Coach Jalen Daniels, only 20 yards on the ground today, but completed a few explosives over the air. How would you evaluate your defense's performance defending him?
Yeah, I thought we handled him well in the run game. Very disappointed in that drive, honestly, where they took the lead. That's on us, and we played too much zone coverage there, bottom line. And we gotten nervous because they kind of had a couple of open double moves and stuff, so we went to more zone cover, and honestly, there was too many holes. He did a good job of picking those holes. So we'll get it corrected, but we got to be way more aggressive there.
Finish up back middle.
Coach, there were a lot of runs by Ahmad and Jamal where maybe they were met and they just found 3, 5 more yards and fell forward. How much does that wear on the defense, and does that result in the explosive runs we saw late in the game?
You're answering your own question. I don't know. I'm not over on the defense side of the ball, so I don't know how it affected them. I just figured with us having the time of possession advantage. I think we had, how many plays did we end up with? 86 plays. You know cumulatively, those are body blows that are gonna land on them. You know, and the outside zone has always been our bread and butter scheme. It got us out of that game, but more importantly was the blocks there. On Jamal's run, the slot defender or the nickel had leverage on the play, and we had to have Kevin Coleman get that block, and if he doesn't, it's probably a negative yardage play. And Kevin goes in there and gets that block, and then Marquise Johnson blocks the corner, and that's how the ball circles the defense. So as much as our O-line was praised on that, it was really our perimeter blocking that got it done, and really, really impressed with those guys.
Okay. Thanks, Coach.
MIC, thanks guys.